If you are of working age and likely to be affected by the welfare reforms taking place throughout 2013, it's not going to be easy. But there are some things you can do that will help you cope better in the months ahead. Firstly, it's important to respond to any letters about the changes and make use of any information or advice on offer. For example, if you receive a letter on the occupancy rules, a chat with your housing office will help clarify things you need to think about, from making sure you have a bank account to considering what housing options you have in a realistic way.
When people come into the office, they will be very, very anxious about the changes. So we would support and advise them as much as possible. We would sit them down and we would discuss with them their circumstances. If they feel that they're going to have to move house, we would discuss their housing options with them, and an option could be mutual exchange, or we could discuss with them transferring house. However, we would have to be very honest with people and advise that one-bedroom properties is very few and far between.
If you think you might not be claiming the right benefits, it's worth arranging a chat with the Council's Money Matters.
Money Matters is the Council's welfare rights and money advice service. It's free, it's independent, and because it's a rights-based service, then it means that when we work with customers, then we always come from their side of things. First of all, what we do is we try to determine whether or not they're looking for welfare benefits advice or money advice, and sometimes it's a combination of both. When they come in to see us, a lot of people don't know whether or not they're claiming the right welfare benefits. So the benefit advisor or the welfare rights officer will do a benefit check with them. They'll talk through all their circumstances, whether or not they've got children, if they've got disabilities, and then they'll assess whether or not they're entitled to any other benefits. They'll then help them claim the benefits, filling in the claim forms, and they'll help them resolve any issues that arise during the claims process. If somebody is refused benefit and we haven't been able to get the decision overturned, then we can help a person appeal the decision, and we'll provide representation to that person. A person who has representation at appeal tribunal, their chances are significantly increased. So it's much better if a person gets representation.
Good afternoon. Could I speak to the Mortgage Litigation Department, please?
If somebody gets themselves into debt, then if they come in and ask to speak to a money advisor, the money advisor will help them by looking at all the debts that they've got and working through a range of options for them. We'd ask them to be as honest as they could, and we would then prepare a financial statement for them. We can speak to them about all their creditors, find out who all their creditors are, contact them, tell the creditors that we're working through the range of options with the client, and then help them proceed through that.
Confirm that when the client makes the first payment on Friday.
Money Matters is based in Lanark, Lark Hall, Hamilton, Blantyre, East Kilbride, Rutherglen and Cambuslang, but it's best to arrange an appointment in advance. You can also get independent advice and help in a wide range of issues, including benefits and managing debt, from your local Citizens Advice.
Have you been to the Bureau before? No.
As well as this bureau, which serves Rutherglen and Cambuslang, Citizens Advice services are available in East Kilbride Town Centre, Hamilton and Wide Close, just off the High Street in Lanark. Try to make sure you can get online. People of working age will need to apply online for universal credit and other benefits. Remember, there is access to the internet at all our Access IT centres and libraries, and young people can get online at Universal Connections. A number of community organisations have online facilities too, like this centre in Blantyre. Staff at these centres can advise on suitable courses or contact your local community learning office. There are services available to help you get back to work. Through Job Centre Plus and other services like South Lanarkshire Works for You, there's a good variety of schemes that can help people prepare for a return to work, if at all possible. Finally, joining your local credit union, saving even £1 or £2 a week and getting access to low-cost credit will make it a bit easier to cope with budgeting monthly in arrears when universal credit comes into force.
The advantages for people who are trying to manage on a lower budget are several actually. They really revolve around the savings side of things and loans. So if you lose your job or maybe your washing machine breaks down unexpectedly, that's where credit unions are really there to help and support you through that time. If you can afford to save some money, even if it is a modest amount, that will give you a cushion, it will give you a safety net while you're deciding what you're going to do when the changes start to hit your household incomes. You can also use your savings as collateral for loans. It's very difficult to beat the interest rates that credit unions offer. They're so low, and there's also no early repayment charges and other benefits that you don't commonly see on the high street. People will have to budget monthly in arrears when universal credit is introduced. That means for many people they'll have to rethink how they manage their monthly budgets. They're also going to have to deal with the lump sum that's paid, which will include the rent. So at the moment, if you are in receipt of housing benefit, that money is paid directly to your landlord and you don't have to deal with that transaction. When universal credit is introduced, you'll get your monthly lump sum payment, which will include your rent money, and it's going to be your responsibility to pay it. There's a range of services and products and support available through credit unions that really will make a difference, not just in how you manage your money, but in how much money you've got in your pocket.
For more information on how the changes might affect you, booklets will be available at the library or Q&A, or visit www.southlanarkshire.gov.uk/welfare-reform.